If you see this in early January, the person on your mind, you both have a future together. If you are reading this in the quiet days of early January, pause for a moment. Take a breath. Because timing matters more than people realize. January is not just another month. It is the doorway between who you were and who you are becoming. It is a space where endings still echo and beginnings have not yet fully formed. And if, during this fragile moment, one specific person keeps returning to your thoughts, this is not random. This is not coincidence. This is not your imagination playing tricks on you. There is a reason they are here, in your mind, in your energy, in your heart. And today, we are going to talk about why that matters, what it means, and why the connection you feel points toward a shared future. Hey everyone, welcome to Never Give Up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and select all, because every video can change your mindset. 1. Why January amplifies emotional truth. January strips life down to its essentials. The noise of the year has faded. The distractions are quieter. The emotional defenses people hide behind all year long are thinner now. This is when truth surfaces, not loudly, but persistently. When someone stays on your mind during this time, it means they are not tied to habit, routine, or temporary emotion. They exist beneath all of that. In January, the mind naturally reviews. What mattered? What hurt? What felt unfinished? What still pulls at the heart? If one person remains, even when everything else fades, it means the connection survived the emotional reset. That alone is significant. 2. The difference between attachment and alignment. Many people confuse obsession with connection. But there is a difference. Obsession feels loud, anxious, restless. Alignment feels quiet, steady, unavoidable. If the person on your mind appears gently, not forcing themselves in, not causing chaos, but simply existing there, that is alignment. You may notice. You think of them during calm moments, not just emotional ones. Their presence feels familiar, not overwhelming. You don't imagine them constantly, yet they always return. This is not attachment. This is recognition. Your nervous system recognizes something safe, meaningful, unfinished. And alignment always points forward. 3. Why you can feel them even without contact. One of the most confusing experiences is thinking deeply about someone you are not talking to. No messages. No calls. No updates. Yet they are there. This happens because emotional connections do not rely on communication. They rely on resonance. When two people leave an energetic imprint on each other, distance does not erase it. Silence does not break it. Time does not weaken it. Instead, the connection changes form. You may feel them when you're about to sleep, when something reminds you of who you want to become, when you imagine your future, not your past. This means the bond has moved beyond circumstance. It exists in intention. 4. Shared futures begin before shared plans. People often believe a future together begins when two people agree on it. But the truth is, futures begin internally first. Long before conversations happen. Long before decisions are made. Long before circumstances align. Two people begin preparing for each other without realizing it. If you are thinking about this person now, in January, the month of self-reflection and growth, it means you are both standing at a threshold. You may not know how. You may not know when. You may not even know if. But the internal preparation has already begun. And preparation always precedes reunion. 5. Why you feel calm, not panicked, about them. Notice something important. Does thinking about them make you desperate? Or does it make you reflective, True future connections do not create panic. They create patience. Even if you miss them. Even if you wish things were clearer. Even if the situation feels unresolved. There is a quiet belief underneath it all: somehow, this isn't over. That belief does not come from hope. It comes from intuition. And intuition speaks most clearly when the ego is tired, like it is in January. 6. The role of separation in deep connections. Separation is not always rejection. Sometimes, it is refinement. Two people who are meant to share a future often need time apart to heal old wounds, break unhealthy patterns, grow into emotionally available versions of themselves, learn what they truly want, not what they settled for before. If you and this person experience distance, silence, or misunderstanding, it does not mean failure. It means the connection was strong enough to survive pause. Weak connections end completely. Strong ones wait. 7. Why they are thinking of you too, even if you don't know it. Here is something rarely spoken about. When a thought keeps returning to you, it is often not only your thought. Human minds are not as isolated as we think. Emotional bonds create feedback loops. One person remembers, the other feels restless. One reflects, the other dreams. One wonders, the other feels a pull they can't explain. You don't need proof for this. You feel it. And the reason it's happening now is because both of you are changing at the same time. Parallel growth often signals intersecting futures. 8. The future you share will not look like the past. If you are meant to be together, it will not be a repeat. It will not be built on confusion, timing issues, emotional unavailability, fear of vulnerability. Those things existed to teach, not to stay. The future connection will feel different. Slower but deeper. Calmer but stronger. Clearer, even in silence. If you imagine a version of you that feels more secure, more whole, more self-aware, that is the version that meets them again. Not the old you. The aligned you. 9. Why you were guided to this message. People often ask, why did I see this now? Because messages arrive when resistance is low. Early January is when people stop pretending. It's when they quietly admit what matters. It's when the heart speaks louder than the calendar. You didn't find this by accident. You were receptive. And the message is simple: do not dismiss this connection. Do not force it either. Let it unfold. 10. What you should do now, and what you shouldn't. Do not chase. Do not overthink. Do not assume loss. Instead, focus on becoming emotionally steady. Heal what the past revealed. Stay open, not attached. Trust timing more than control. When two people share a future, life moves them toward each other naturally. Not dramatically. Not painfully. But inevitably. Final words. If you are seeing this in early January, and one person keeps appearing in your thoughts, gently, persistently, meaningfully, understand this. Some connections are not meant to be rushed. They are meant to be grown into. And some futures don't announce themselves loudly. They whisper. If this resonated with you, sit with it. Let it settle. You don't need answers today. You only need trust. Because what is real does not disappear. And what is meant to return, always does. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your support.